Happy New Year's. I will cheers all you guys some coffee. And we'll get right into it. We'll go a little bit over yesterday. Today, I'll only be doing a 3-game slate. There's a 10-game. The main slate's a 6-game. I'll be doing the 3. If you're not interested in the 3, you guys don't have to listen to me anymore. But let's move on here. Yesterday, there was a lot of crazy stuff happened. Siakam ended up getting scratched, which created a scramble in this lineup. Ended up having to pick up Boucher, Boucher, however you pronounce his name, Ingram, and OG. Ingram got ejected, but still got 34.5 fantasy points in 26 minutes. Cousins looked good in the first half, didn't do basically anything in the second half, didn't really even get any run then. He's still catching his legs, and I hope he stays minimum price because I will be smashing that in my lineup until they get him to appropriate price. We'll have to see what his role is, but I think that he's going to be out there once his conditioning is where it should be. But yeah, Fox is an amazing play. Randall was a good play. We talked about the Randall and Siakam. I wish Siakam had played. I'm pretty sure Siakam would have outscored him. Elfrid Payton was a good play. Freddie 5 feet, like I had said, he was one of my core plays. Crushed it. So yeah, we got second place. That's good. But let's move on to today's slate. Okay. I really like today's slate. First, before you do anything, let's go down here and just make sure we don't have any injury news because we do. Denver, Michael Porter Jr. is out. He's on that isolation stuff, something about the close contact, right? So he might be missing a game or two, depending on their schedule and testing. This is a tricky slate, guys. Remember, Phoenix is on a back-to-back. Utah's on a back-to-back. Utah is playing the Clippers. There's some players I like in here, but it's so scary. And the same thing with Phoenix and Denver. Denver, they're not playing as well, and Phoenix is playing great. So I think it'll be close. So this game I think is with the back-to-back. We don't have to worry about too much. Sorry guys, my phone's just going crazy. Michael Porter Jr. is the only one we need to worry about in terms of injury right now. Marcus Morris is out, so if you like bait him, he is in play again. And we're waiting on Gary Trent Jr., although I do not really think that makes too much of a difference. So let's dig in and see what we got here. And that Michael Porter news, huge for this slate. Okay, so first value play that I love. He plays consistent minutes all the time. It's going to be Royce O'Neil. He's playing 30 minutes a game or more. 32.5, almost 33 minutes. The stats aren't great, but he gets you a steal, he gets you a block, or a steal and some boards. He'll drop a few points. Love what he can give us. He's showing that he can get us 20 fantasy points routinely. He's going to have to play phenomenal defense if they even want this game to be remotely close. And so I think this is a really good play. He can get us 20 fantasy points, and that's all we want from a $10 player today. There are not too many great $10 players. So that would be my recommendation. I really love Royce O'Neil at $10. Okay. He's all hustle. You're not gonna need to worry about him losing minutes because he's not playing hard. Or get benched because his shot's not going, because that's not what he's trying to do. He's not out there like Bojan trying to shoot 12 shots and go 0 for forever and have 3 points like Bojan did yesterday. And if you want to do it, I'm not going to today most likely, but if you want to do it, Enes Kanter is not a bad value play either. I really don't mind this play. He's a monster. He's averaging a double-double, and he's playing only like 20 minutes. Like I said, he can make his value. He could also crush it, and I like this Portland Golden State game. So I don't mind getting here, guys. I don't mind getting here. And it's the reason why I'm not smashing Nurk. It's the reason I'm not smashing Nurk. He's $27 and he's probably going to go off, but I just can't do it because Cantor's right there, and it's it's risky. So the value plays I like today are Cantor and Royce O'Neil. There aren't too many players under $15 that I like besides those guys. There really isn't much. Cameron Johnson didn't have a good game yesterday, but maybe if maybe something get close up and someone gets rolled out, he could be a cool play because they're on a back-to-back. Keep a close eye out on Chris Paul. Okay, keep a close eye out on Chris Paul. If Chris Paul doesn't play, you're going to be scrambling and changing your lineup last minute because there's going to be some value opened up and some things that we'll need to discuss. And like I said, if Chris Paul's out, okay, and people are going to be looking to Booker, I still don't like that at $40. I still wouldn't go for it at 40. Okay, because they're on the back-to-back. I wouldn't do it. I want Booker to be like $31 to $33, and then I'd be smashing it. Okay, but just keep a close eye out. It would definitely make Booker an okay play compared to just baiting him right now with Chris Paul in. Yeah, I mean, in less than $15, no thanks to Joe Ingles, no Paul Millsap. I mean, you can play him, but I'm going to another Denver player. I don't think he's going to go up and play 36 minutes again. I really don't. I think that maybe he'll hit 30. It could happen. He could be cool. Monte Morris not back in play because Jamal Murray is going to be back. And then, if folks want to get down to bait him, they can. It's just there are a lot of ways that he can just not reach his value. And he's not playing nearly as much with Clyde back. I don't want to do it. And that's really it. I'm never going to play Gary Harris. I'm not going to play him. Okay, that awesome 28 points. Good job for Gary Harris. I can't do that. We've done that in my past, and it's bad. I know people are still wanting the Derrick Jones Jr. I don't even know where Derrick Jones Jr. is at. He's in here somewhere. Derrick, where are you at, Derrick? There you are, Derrick Jones Jr. People talk about him because he's getting those minutes. He's just absolutely atrocious. So I'm not going to play Derrick Jones Jr. No, thank you. Even if I love that game, no, thank you. So smash yourself some Royce O'Neil. But, besides that, it's at your own risk. Core plays today. Okay. Center position is going to be pretty big for us. For core center, now if you're playing two centers, there's some things you could do. But for your core center play, Wiseman and drop off can't be a core center for you today. Wiseman and below can't be your core center. All four of these guys can get it done for you if they are playing up to their potential. Okay. Now, Nurk is the guy that I know he's going to explode one game, and it's probably going to be this game. But, blowout, not a close game, 34 minutes, 34 fantasy points. Wiseman's lengthy. He's definitely not as strong as Nurk. You've got Draymond back. It's still going to be a nice up-tempo game. I'd love this game offensively. But with the inconsistencies and the route that it could go, and if they just, Cantor's there, Cantor's going to get 20 minutes. So if Cantor's getting 20 minutes, I don't see Nurk getting above 34 minutes. And he can smash that. But he is the third option on the team. I just can't do it. But he's right there. He'd be my second choice today as my core center play. Ayton, everyone projects him for these godly fantasy points, and he keeps on just underwhelming every day. And I just hate this. I hate this number, guys. I don't like that number. So before we even talk about DeAndre Ayton, I want this number to be 32 minimum. So I'm not going to even waste my breath on DeAndre Ayton right now. Okay. We can't trust him. Joker. Like yesterday, I mean, he's the obvious just smash him in because you know he's going to get you a certain amount of fantasy points. Okay. And I had to end up not going Harden because I could not have a balanced enough lineup yesterday. And it ended up working out. And Joker, again, like today, I don't think that you can smash Joker and a guy we're talking about later in Curry. So it's up to you guys. I think that Denver could pull away against this Phoenix team, and it could be a blowout, and Joker could get a little less run than what he's been getting because he's averaging 38 minutes right now. I'm sure that they'd love to get him a little breather, especially so early in the season. And I think this is a team that they could actually blow out and give that man that. So we'll see what happens. But he's definitely in play if you can find out a way, or if you want to, if you think that you want to fade either a Curry, or a lot of people will also go Lillard, then it's totally on you to do that. It's totally on you to do that. You can totally do that. But there's a guy here named Rudy Gobert, played in the back. It's a back-to-back for him. But there's no one on the Clippers that can stop him. Ibaka's a good player, but super undersized. Gobert is going to be getting those boards, and I love the 32 minutes per game. He started off the season with a little less minutes, and he was still getting you 40 fantasy points. Look at this consistency, guys. Look at this consistency. Now, we haven't seen him in a back-to-back yet, so again, you start getting nervous. Okay? So he's just such a monster. He's just such a monster. I'm not worried about foul trouble in this game. He should get his. He's my favorite Utah player today. If he gets us 40 fantasy points, I think we are rolling. So that's what we're looking for from him. Okay, because we think Joker will be between 50 and 60. We just need Gobert to get us 40. If it's relatively a close game for 3 quarters, I think he gets us there. Okay, I think that he will get us there. And it's just, the consistency is just what we're looking at. And I'd love for him to be somewhere around the 34 minutes. It'd be perfect. Okay. Love Gobert. That's going to be my core center of the day. Okay. And then moving on to the point guard position. All right. I think that we do need a smash player in here. I do not like Conley against the Clippers. I do not. He's been playing phenomenal. I think this is the time to get off that man. I think Mitchell's going to have to do a lot of work tonight, and I think so is Gobert. I think Conley's going to be the one that's going to kind of have a bad game. Anyone below Conley doesn't even have the chance of being your core point guard for the day. Jamal Murray, he could, coming off an injury, but I'm not seeing the bubble Jamal Murray yet. It'll come. I'm not going to go for it today. Chris Paul is just an automatic pass because it's a back-to-back. He only played 29 minutes. Let's see what happens. I don't think he surpasses 29 minutes today, so I don't want that. It comes between Steph and Dame. Dame is not playing his usual Dame self. Remember, he is a Bay Area kid, and he's back in the Bay Area today. I don't know how much that'll mean since there's no fans, but keep in mind he is a Bay Area kid, so I could see him going off. However, I don't see him scoring more fantasy points than Curry, and Curry is $1 less. Curry is playing better at the moment, too. So I think this is going to be a close shootout game. If you can fit both in, you can do that and fade the center position. I don't see how that's going to work for you, but I love this play. Smash me some Stephen Curry today as another core play. So we got Curry and Gobert's core plays today. Okay. After that, since there's not a lot of value, we need to figure out some other players that we're just smashing in, okay? There's one guy that I'm going to be putting in and not even thinking about it, and it's going to be Kelly Oubre. He's going to be my third core play of the day, okay? Now, he has been atrocious. He's been awful. He's been really bad. He's had 2 games with 30 fantasy points, which is really awesome. He's only $21. We wouldn't be extremely happy about that today, but we'd still take it. I know that the minutes are kind of like, but there's a lot of blowouts here. This is the only close game, and he played 30 minutes. He's not playing a lot of minutes because he's struggling. I think we'll see 33 minutes out of him today, and I think that he's going to ball out. And the defensive stats always help you. If this guy hits his shots in a game at $21, and the upside he has for those defensive stats to get you 3 points per steal and block, it's crazy. Love Kelly Oubre today. Locking him in for sure. I love that Dre's going to be back today. Don't play him. He's not conditioned, but he's going to probably play between 20 and 25 minutes. And he's going to really, I think Kelly Oubre is going to benefit the most alongside with Curry, with Dre back and that passing. Okay. So we got these 3 as core plays so far. And today I'm going to be so nice, and I'm going to give you one more that I'm not passing up on at all. And it's going to be CJ McCollum. You need a Portland player and a Warrior player today that is going to be a focal point in the offense in order to win the slate. Okay. I got Curry as a core play because he's the number 1 scoring option and the number 2 and the number 3 on Golden State right now. And then CJ McCollum, who is putting up monster points, and most likely will have Wiggins on him. Love CJ McCollum. So these are my 4 core plays for the day for you guys. We're running Curry and McCollum in the same game. That should really help us out. And then obviously we also have Kelly Oubre and Gobert down there as our center core play. And then, like I said, I will be playing Royce as my value play. Value will always open up throughout the day. If anyone gets scratched, look out for the Phoenix game, especially Chris Paul. I wouldn't be surprised if they rest him today. So let's take a look at that. Okay, guys, make sure that happens, because if that happens and there's a core and there's a value play that emerges in Phoenix that's just an automatic play that you can play at $10, then you might be flirting with being able to get to Joker. Okay. And if that's the case, don't shy away from it. Joker is going to be a better play than Gobert today. It's just, Joker's price is just just too much right now. But if a $10 automatic value play that we know is going to score 25 to 30 fantasy points is going to come, and you can pair him with Royce O'Neil and have 2 minimum price players, that would be a hit. But this is how I'm starting my lineup for now, guys. Fill the rest out however you feel is the best for yourself. Always remember, a balanced approach is better. Anyone that you put in that could have limited minutes, you want the most amount of minutes that you think someone's going to play in your lineup, also with the upside of scoring. Like Derrick Jones Jr. plays 36 minutes, but he just doesn't do anything in those 36 minutes. Productivity in a large amount of minutes is what you want. So here we are, guys. That's going to be it for today. Keep a close eye on news. Anything can happen, as always. Like I said, 5 minutes before lock, Siakam got scratched. Keep a close eye out, guys. Scramble when you need to. Be smart. And let's keep it moving. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.